Number 15. Women behind the Silk Road beauty. When many people picture Uzbekistan, they imagine magnificent blue mosques and ancient Silk Road cities. But another fascinating part of the country is often overlooked: the women who have quietly preserved centuries of culture while embracing a rapidly modernizing society. Uzbekistan is home to more than 37 million people as of 2026, and women make up nearly half of the population, playing essential roles in education, business, healthcare, tourism, and traditional crafts. Walking through the historic streets of Samarkand or Bukhara, visitors often notice elegant women wearing colorful atlas and idras silk dresses decorated with intricate patterns passed down through generations. While younger people in major cities increasingly wear modern fashion, traditional clothing remains an important symbol during festivals, weddings, and family celebrations. Local women are also the guardians of famous Silk Road crafts, producing handmade embroidery known as Suzani, weaving luxurious silk fabrics, and creating beautiful ceramics that attract collectors from around the world. Number 14. The cities that built empires. Long before New York, London, or Dubai became global crossroads, the cities of Uzbekistan were already connecting civilizations across continents. Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva flourished for more than 2,000 years as some of the most important stops along the legendary Silk Road, where merchants carried silk from China, spices from India, precious stones from Central Asia, and scientific knowledge from the Middle East toward Europe. Their strategic location transformed them into centers of wealth, learning, and cultural exchange. Today, these remarkable cities remain among the best-preserved historical destinations in the world. Samarkand's breathtaking Registan Square, Bukhara's medieval Old Town, and the walled city of Ichan Kala in Khiva are all recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Massive turquoise domes, towering minarets, and intricately decorated madrasas still dominate the skyline, looking much as they did centuries ago. Unlike many famous ancient cities that have disappeared beneath modern development, these places continue to thrive with bustling markets, traditional craftsmen, and local families. Walking through their narrow streets feels less like visiting a museum and more like stepping directly into the golden age of the Silk Road. Number 13. The Empire that changed Asia. Few historical figures shaped Central Asia as dramatically as Amir Timur, known in the West as Tamerlane. Rising from present-day Uzbekistan in the late 14th century, he built one of the largest empires of his era, stretching from modern-day Turkey and Iran across Central Asia to parts of India. Although remembered as a brilliant military commander, Timur's greatest legacy inside Uzbekistan is the transformation of Samarkand into one of the world's most magnificent capitals. Determined to make his city unrivaled, Timur invited master architects, artists, scholars, and craftsmen from across his empire to work in Samarkand. They created breathtaking mosques, grand madrasas, palaces, and gardens decorated with brilliant blue tiles that still define Uzbekistan's skyline today. Many of these masterpieces inspired generations of Islamic architecture throughout the region. More than 6 centuries later, Timur remains a powerful national symbol. His statues stand proudly in major cities, museums preserve his legacy, and his famous Guri Amir Mausoleum continues to attract visitors from around the world. In Uzbekistan, his influence is not just part of history, it remains woven into the country's identity and cultural pride. Number 12. Masters of timeless crafts. Long before factories began producing goods on a massive scale, the people of Uzbekistan had already earned a reputation as some of the finest craftsmen along the Silk Road. For centuries, merchants traveled thousands of miles to purchase the country's luxurious silk, hand-knotted carpets, colorful ceramics, delicate embroidery, and finely carved woodwork. Many of these traditional skills have been passed from parents to children for generations, with entire families continuing the same craft for decades or even centuries. Each region is famous for its own specialty. Rishton is celebrated for its brilliant blue ceramics made with natural mineral glazes. Margilan is renowned for producing high-quality silk, using traditional weaving techniques, while Bukhara is admired for its exquisite gold embroidery and handmade carpets. Even today, visitors can watch artisans shaping clay by hand, weaving silk on wooden looms, or carving intricate geometric patterns into doors and furniture, using methods that have changed very little over time. Rather than becoming relics of the past, these crafts remain a living part of Uzbekistan's economy and identity, preserving the artistic heritage that once made the Silk Road famous around the world. Number 11. Markets frozen in time. While shopping malls dominate much of the modern world, Uzbekistan's traditional bazaars remain the heart of everyday life. Many of these bustling markets have served local communities for centuries, and some stand on the very same trading routes once traveled by Silk Road merchants. Walking through them is a feast for the senses. The air is filled with the aroma of fresh bread, spices, grilled meat, and dried fruit, while colorful stalls overflow with handmade carpets, silk fabrics, ceramics, nuts, and souvenirs crafted by local artisans. Among the country's most famous markets are Chorsu Bazaar in Tashkent and the ancient trading domes of Bukhara, where commerce has continued for generations. Bargaining is still a normal part of shopping, and friendly conversations often matter just as much as the sale itself. Unlike many tourist markets around the world, these bazaars continue to serve local families buying fresh vegetables, bread, and household goods every day. This unique blend of history and daily life gives visitors the rare feeling of stepping back into the golden age of the Silk Road, where trade, culture, and human connection have remained alive for hundreds of years. Number 10. Hospitality like nowhere else. In Uzbekistan, welcoming a guest is more than good manners. It is a tradition that has been treasured for centuries. Along the ancient Silk Road, travelers often depended on the kindness of strangers to survive long journeys across deserts and mountains. That spirit of generosity remains deeply rooted in Uzbek culture today. Whether visiting a village or a busy city, guests are commonly greeted with warm smiles, endless cups of green tea, fresh fruit, homemade bread, and a table filled with local dishes, even if the visit was completely unexpected. Family is at the center of everyday life, and sharing food is considered one of the greatest expressions of respect. It is common for several generations to gather around a single table during weekends, holidays, and celebrations. Visitors are often encouraged to eat more, try every dish, and stay longer than they planned. Refusing hospitality can even be seen as slightly impolite, because generosity is viewed as a source of pride. As tourism continues to grow across Uzbekistan, many international travelers say the unforgettable kindness of its people becomes their favorite memory, proving that the country's greatest treasure is not only its ancient monuments, but also the warmth of its people. Number 9. The bread everyone respects. In Uzbekistan, bread is far more than an everyday food. It is a powerful symbol of life, family, and respect. Known locally as naan, this round golden loaf has been at the center of Uzbek culture for centuries. Almost every neighborhood has a traditional bakery where skilled bakers prepare fresh bread inside massive clay ovens called tandirs. The distinctive patterns pressed into each loaf are not only decorative, but also help the bread bake evenly, while representing regional traditions passed down through generations. What surprises many visitors are the customs surrounding bread. A loaf should never be placed upside down, thrown away carelessly, or stepped over, as these actions are considered disrespectful. During important celebrations such as weddings, holidays, and family gatherings, bread is always placed at the center of the table before other dishes are served. Even travelers setting off on a long journey may receive a piece of bread as a blessing for a safe return. Although modern supermarkets are becoming more common across the country, freshly baked naan remains the preferred choice for millions of Uzbeks, reflecting a tradition that has survived countless generations and continues to unite families every single day. Number 8. The nation of giant Pilaf. If there is one dish that truly represents Uzbekistan, it is Pilaf. More than just a meal, this famous rice dish is considered a national treasure and an essential part of everyday life. A traditional recipe combines rice, lamb or beef, carrots, onions, and fragrant spices. But every region has developed its own unique version. Across the country, culinary experts estimate there are well over 100 regional varieties, each reflecting local ingredients and centuries of tradition. Pilaf is prepared for nearly every important occasion, from weddings and birthdays to national holidays and community celebrations. In some cities, enormous iron cauldrons known as kazan are used to cook enough food for hundreds or even thousands of guests at a single event. Skilled chefs spend years mastering the technique, carefully controlling the fire, timing, and order in which each ingredient is added. In 2016, UNESCO recognized Uzbekistan's Pilaf culture as part of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, highlighting its importance beyond food alone. Whether enjoyed at a family table or a bustling market, every plate tells a story of hospitality, community, and traditions that continue to bring people together across generations. Number 7. Ancient cities, modern trains. Few travelers expect one of Central Asia's oldest countries to have one of the region's fastest rail networks. Yet, Uzbekistan has successfully combined ancient history with modern transportation through its high-speed Afro-Sayab trains. Introduced in 2011 and built using Spanish technology, these sleek trains can reach speeds of up to 155 miles, or 250 kilometers per hour. They connect Tashkent with Samarkand, Bukhara, and several other major cities, allowing travelers to cross landscapes that once took Silk Road caravans weeks to navigate in just a few hours. The contrast is remarkable. A passenger can leave a modern station equipped with digital ticketing and comfortable high-speed service, then step off the train directly into cities filled with centuries-old mosques, blue domes, and bustling bazaars. This convenient rail system has also played a major role in boosting tourism, making Uzbekistan's historic treasures far more accessible to both domestic and international visitors. In a country famous for preserving its past, the Afro-Sayab has become a symbol of its future, proving that cutting-edge technology and ancient civilization can travel side by side. Number 6. A desert bigger than countries. At first glance, many people imagine Uzbekistan as a land of ancient cities, but much of the country is actually covered by vast deserts. The Kyzylkum Desert, whose name means red sand, stretches across Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan, making it one of the largest deserts on Earth. Covering nearly 115,000 square miles, or about 300,000 square kilometers, it is larger than many entire countries. Endless sand dunes, rocky plains, and scattered shrubs dominate the landscape, while summer temperatures can climb above 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. Despite these harsh conditions, life has adapted in remarkable ways. Camels, desert foxes, reptiles, and countless hardy plant species have survived here for thousands of years. Hidden among the dry landscapes are fertile oases fed by rivers and underground water, where towns, farms, and orchards have flourished since the days of the Silk Road. Many ancient caravan routes cross this desert, linking east and west through some of the world's toughest terrain. Today, the Kyzylkum remains a symbol of Uzbekistan's dramatic geography, where vast wilderness and thriving civilizations have existed side by side for centuries. Number 5. Weddings bigger than festivals. In Uzbekistan, a wedding is far more than a ceremony between two people. It is one of the largest and most important social events in a family's life, often bringing together hundreds of relatives, neighbors, friends, and colleagues. Even today, it is not unusual for wedding celebrations to welcome 300 to 500 guests, while some large receptions can attract well over 1,000 attendees. Months of preparation go into organizing the event, reflecting the importance of family and community in Uzbek culture. The celebration usually begins long before the official ceremony. Guests are welcomed with endless cups of tea. Traditional music fills the air, and long banquet tables are covered with bread, fruit, sweets, salads, and the country's famous pilaf. Dancing continues throughout the day as families celebrate the union of two generations rather than just two individuals. Although modern couples often include contemporary fashion, photography, and entertainment, many traditional customs remain an essential part of the occasion. For visitors, attending an Uzbek wedding offers a rare glimpse into the country's strong family values, remarkable hospitality, and traditions that have continued through centuries of cultural change. Number 4. The world of blue domes. One glance at Uzbekistan's skyline is enough to understand why it is often called the land of blue domes. Across cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva, brilliant turquoise domes rise above the desert landscape, creating one of the most recognizable architectural styles on Earth. These stunning colors were not chosen by accident. For centuries, blue symbolized the sky, eternity, wisdom, and spiritual harmony, making it the perfect color for mosques, mausoleums, and Islamic schools built during the Timurid era. What makes these landmarks even more impressive is the extraordinary craftsmanship behind them. Millions of hand-cut ceramic tiles were carefully arranged into complex geometric patterns, elegant Arabic calligraphy, and floral designs that continue to amaze visitors today. Even after hundreds of years of harsh desert summers and freezing winters, many of these mosaics still shine under the Central Asian sun. The famous Registan Square in Samarkand is often considered one of the greatest architectural masterpieces of the Islamic world, drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. Together, these glowing blue monuments have become the unmistakable symbol of Uzbekistan's rich artistic and cultural heritage. Number 3. Where continents once connected. Few countries have stood at the crossroads of civilizations quite like Uzbekistan. Situated in the heart of Central Asia, it occupied one of the most strategic locations along the ancient Silk Road, where caravans from China, Persia, India, the Middle East, and Europe crossed paths for centuries. More than goods were exchanged here. Ideas, religions, languages, scientific discoveries, and artistic traditions all flowed through this region, shaping a culture unlike any other. That remarkable blend can still be seen across the country today. Modern Uzbekistan reflects influences from Persian, Turkic, Mongol, Russian, and Islamic civilizations, yet it has developed a distinct national identity of its own. Visitors can admire Islamic architecture beside Soviet-era buildings, hear music performed on traditional Central Asian instruments, and enjoy cuisine that combines flavors from several neighboring regions. Even the Uzbek language tells part of this story, borrowing words and expressions from different cultures over many centuries. This extraordinary mixture has created a nation that feels both familiar and completely unique. Number 2. 4 seasons, one country. Uzbekistan may be known for its deserts and ancient cities, but its landscapes are far more diverse than most people expect. In a single trip, travelers can cross sun-baked deserts, fertile river valleys, snow-covered mountains, and green forests without ever leaving the country. The western regions are dominated by vast plains and the Kyzylkum Desert, while the eastern border rises into the Tian Shan and Pamir Alay mountain ranges, where some peaks climb above 14,000 feet, or more than 4,000 meters. Each season completely transforms the scenery. Spring blankets the valleys with colorful wildflowers and fruit blossoms, making it one of the most beautiful times to visit. Summers are hot and dry, creating perfect conditions for the country's famous melons, grapes, and apricots. Autumn fills markets with fresh harvests, while winter covers the mountains with snow, attracting skiers to resorts such as Amirsoy, one of Central Asia's newest alpine destinations. This remarkable variety of landscapes and climates allows Uzbekistan to offer experiences that many travelers never expect, proving that the country is far more than a collection of Silk Road monuments. Number 1. The sea that disappeared. One of the most astonishing sights in Uzbekistan is not an ancient city or a magnificent palace, but a vast desert filled with abandoned ships. Until the 1960s, the Aral Sea was the world's 4th largest inland lake, covering nearly 26,000 square miles, or about 68,000 square kilometers. It supported thriving fishing communities and thousands of jobs. However, large-scale river diversion projects gradually reduced the water flowing into the lake, causing it to shrink dramatically over the following decades. Today, much of the former seabed has become the Kyzylkum Desert, one of the world's newest deserts. Rusting fishing vessels now rest on dry sand dozens of miles from the remaining shoreline, creating one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. Although international efforts have helped improve conditions in the northern portion of the Aral Sea within Kazakhstan, the southern basin in Uzbekistan remains largely dry. The abandoned port town of Moynak has become a powerful reminder of how dramatically landscapes can change within a single lifetime. From breathtaking Silk Road cities and magnificent blue domes to timeless traditions and the haunting remains of the Aral Sea, Uzbekistan is a country full of surprises that deserves far more attention than it receives. If you enjoyed discovering these incredible places and cultures, Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey. Share this video with your friends, and let us know in the comments which fact about Uzbekistan amazed you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.